It is super, super fast. This thing builds speed like crazy. Why is it telling me that traffic sign recognition is limited? I'm on a racetrack, buddy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Road and Track Performance Car of the Year test from Monticello. This is the Audi RS3, new for this year, and it is a sweet, sweet machine. 401 horsepower, 5-cylinder engine. It's sort of half of a Huracan engine, but with a turbo. Very cool stuff. 369 pound-feet of torque, 7-speed dual clutch, specific RS suspension with a very funky reverse stagger tire setup. 265 front, Cup 2 tires, 245 rear tires. Actually, strike that, Cup 2s. This is a Pirelli brand collab, and they're Trofeo R tires in the front. Very, very sticky. 0 to 60 in 3.6, top speed 180. The RS differential can send a lot of the power to the rear wheels, and it can mimic basically a rear wheel drive type of setup. It can't do it all the way, but it can get pretty close. What is the most impressive, though, the on-track dynamics of this car are great. For a $60,000, $70,000 car, it is epic fun. Tons of grip. Front ceramic brakes. So the optional brakes have a front ceramic rotor and a rear steel rotor. They do that because they don't really need a ceramic rotor in the rear. And also for cost. They don't want you to have to do a $40,000 brake job with all four when you go through those ceramics in the front. Considering this is MQB platform, it is super, super fast. This thing builds speed like crazy and is only about 3 miles an hour shy of the M4 CSL on the back straight. It yumps over the chicanes nicely, but it had a little hiccup there on the second one and pushed out to the side. It took the first chicane well, and the second one, not so much. The steering feel is very good. Dual clutch gearbox shifts really fast. Heads up display with the shift lights, really like that. And with stability control off, it does move around a little bit, which, I don't know, I think you want. That's fun to me. I like when a car moves a little bit. I don't like when a car is so sticky that it doesn't tell you. Why is it telling me that traffic sign recognition is limited? I'm on a racetrack, buddy. Not as dramatic as the M4 CSL when it builds speed, but the speed comes nonetheless. I really like it. It's such a sleeper. You just wouldn't know. Yeah, it moves over to the left a little when you pick up that front tire. I'm guessing the reverse stagger has something to do with that. But such a sleeper. Just looks like a little A3 at first glance, but then it rips. It's lighting up with things. Pre-sense is limited. Traffic sign is limited. I get it. I turned things off. They be limited. The brakes hold up well to track work. Off camber right there, that's when it moves around. It's got a nice growl. It sounds totally different from the 4-cylinder stuff. It's like half of a Lambo motor, half an R8 motor. If you go with the Trofeo R options, you're probably going to be going through tires pretty quick, but that's the stickiest way around the track. We're going to have to avoid that one. If you go just a little slower, it takes it better. Maybe I just hit it too hot. Steering wheel is the right shape and size. The seat holds me in nicely, but it's still very comfortable. And if you put the seat back, tons of leg room. I love small cars that fit big people, and I have road tripped one of these, and they have tons of space. Very relaxing cars to drive for long distances. And we'll cool her down after that, but that's 3 laps in the all-new RS3. This is a great little car. I'm sure whatever the reason is that the pre-sensing stuff was coming up can probably be turned off. It might even be because my camera is on the windshield behind the mirror. Sometimes that happens. But this thing has a ton of performance, but also a ton of practicality. I mean, it's, for all intents and purposes, it is no less practical than a regular Audi A3. Daily driver, commuter, road trip, and then track day, runway racing. I mean, this is a legitimate 180 mile an hour car. This is a really, really fast car. I think they've done a very nice job with this car. I like the dynamics of it. I like the overall design aesthetic. I like the choices they've made. It's a real contender for Performance Car of the Year because it is so well-rounded. I mean, it's not as focused as some of these other track day specials that we've got here, but a very well-rounded car that I think will draw a real enthusiast crowd when you see them on the street. Really excellent overall package. Matt Farah for Road and Track. I will see you with more content from the 2022 Performance Car of the Year very soon.